Hello visuals, welcome back to the Visual Guyz YouTube channel. Why am I speaking like this? Fuck knows. How to retain your audience, not like this. I'm just a dum-dum. Welcome back to Superhero Wednesday, the day of the week we like to talk about anything that's beautiful and nerdy in this amazing world of ours. We like to talk about Funko Pop collections, comic book reviews, top 10 moments from this and that and whatnot. Anything that's just beautiful and amazing and nerdy. But this week, we're going to talk about make-believe. We're going to combine our love of Lego, that we've been doing quite a lot lately on the channel, and our love of fictional, wonderful, nerdy worlds. We're going to take a look at 5 Lego sets I wish and I hope that we get at some point in the future. Now, everything you see here is concept art by people from around the world. These are sets that I'm like, I'd love to have this set. Googling it, like, oh, somebody's already thought about how it could look like and whatnot. Of course, if I show you the set, it doesn't necessarily have to look like this or look like that. It will be however you want it to look. But it's just more a list of, I would love to be inside of this world or this part of a world or this area, but in Lego version, and build it and see how all the stuff works, and you know, all the little Easter eggs you could put in there and stuff, because Lego are fantastic at putting in little Easter eggs for stuff like the Gotham City Skyline set. Oh my god, absolutely on peak with their Easter eggs. 5 Lego sets I hope at some point we get in the future. My girlfriend will be sat watching this, I imagine. She might be, I don't know. But she'll be watching going, please Lego, just stop making anything because I'm sick of plastic. She's going to want to punch my head in if these sets come out and I go, I really need this Lego set. And then she'll be like, well, you said that about the last one. Yeah, but I really need them all. And she's fucking flip. These are my 5 Lego sets I hope and I pray and I wish that we get at some point in the future. But more importantly, please let me know what Lego sets or what fantasy world from something they might not have done from Harry Potter or something from Lord of the Rings or Marvel or whatever world it is that you love. What would you think would look amazing if it was immortalized inside of a Lego set form? Please let me know. Kicking us off at number 5, it is the Hall of Justice. Now, the Hall of Justice might not stand out to me as much as an Avengers Tower or a Tower of Barad-dûr or the Batman Shadow Box, the Batcave, but the Hall of Justice still has its own charm. You know, the big shiny white brick that you would use, the courtyard, or if you call it a courtyard, with the water features, and you can add a fountain. Some variations have a fountain and stuff. It will be fun to build the monument to the heroes that are inside of the Hall of Justice, the table where the Justice League would all sit around. But the fun thing for me would be Lego putting their own interpretation in this, like what would Flash's room look like, or a bit with Green Lantern, or a little memorial thing in the back with all the different, like maybe there would be stickers of like the biggest, most iconic battles against Luthor, against Doomsday, or Darkseid, or whoever it may be, just planted in the background, little trophies from each of them victories. But it's kind of like Batman does inside of the Batcave. I think the Hall of Justice would look phenomenal as a Lego set. We're going to go for the Baxter build, and now this is one I definitely want because I could attach it to the stuff that we've got going on downstairs, the Avengers Tower, the Sanctum Sanctorum, and the Daily Bugle. It'll be, yes, they might not geographically be that close to each other normally, but in our little world that we're making downstairs, they would be. And this would look so great. The amount of minifigures you could chuck in this as well, because you wouldn't just have to chuck in the Fantastic Four, you would chuck in a Daredevil, a Spider-Man, a Punisher. Then we could have some great villains like a Galactus, Super Skrull, Doctor Doom, Mole Man. There'll be so many fantastic and fun villains we could chuck into there, as well as different layers of different rooms, like the relaxing room where you could have Johnny Storm chilling on the couch watching, you know, whatever, The Rock doing some stuff in like a gym maybe, Sue Storm doing all of the crazy shenanigans, a science room with Reed Richards, and then a room for all the different gadgets and vehicles that we know the Fantastic Four can use. The stuff happening downstairs on the outside would also be amazing. It depends whether you want to chuck the Sue and Reed's kids in there. The Fantastic Four family does expand. You could even have a nice little Easter egg to the Future Foundation, or Bagman when Spider-Man had to wear one and put a bag over his head and stuff. There's so many fun little things and Easter eggs you could chuck into this, and so many little playability moments and stuff. You could have like monitors of them checking out situations that are happening in deep space, or you could have maybe, you know, what caused the Fantastic Four to get their powers. You could have some sort of machine that's doing an experiment and all of that. There's so much stuff you could add to this, and so many layers, so many great minifigures. It'll be a fantastic and beautiful and amazing set. So we're going to go for Vought Tower. Now, I have already seen like a fun little concept on this. Somebody did like they designed their own Lego sets from different moments of the boys. We had like Huey's shop where the translucent was there and Billy comes in with the car. We had, I think they made a set on the the van where the Deep's running off with the dolphin in the back and stuff. We had a lot of really cool sets, but one of the sets that they made was Vought Tower, and I thought, what a fantastic thing to do. Cause I don't think it will ever happen because the boys, obviously being the boys, and Lego might not want to associate itself with that. But just have the minifigures of the Seven and their little room, the table of the Seven, the little monuments they have to themselves. Kind of like the Hall of Justice stuff with the monuments of the heroes. But you could have like a little play feature of Billy or Huey or Frenchie, whoever it may be from the boys trying to break in. Kamiko sat somewhere, Starlight, the Deep in his little weird room, A-Train somewhere. Then you'd have like Homelander at the top just being crazy and weird. They would put in Easter eggs that were in the form of stickers or actual physical handheld ones of milk for Homelander and shit. You could have little bits where, example from the newest series, because I think it was in Vought Tower it happened, I could be wrong, I'm sure it is, where we see Homelander rip open Web Weaver. You could have loads of weird shit like that and it would just look so good and it would look so fun. Again, I might not attach it to the skyline we've got going downstairs, but it would be fun to have on its own, of course, as well, with the Seven being prominently shown outside the building with the lights, the thingy going on. It would be such a fun set, and it would be another way to dive into this world that I already love, and it's already chaotic and wonderful, but the very not kid-friendly Easter eggs and shenanigans that you'd put into this probably wouldn't ever allow Lego to make this a Lego set, but if somebody could do it, I would 100% somehow find the funds to buy it. So we've got a Pokemon gym. Now I know Pokemon do its own Lego stuff anyway, but it's not the greatest Lego. I would want Lego to actually physically make their own and put their own stamp on it. And I don't care which gym you're talking about. I don't care if you make small versions and you can attach all the gyms and then maybe do a feature where you do the Indigo League and then you go on to take on Gary and whatnot and you can get little Pokemon minifigures and you have the back. That would be so amazing and so fun. But like, for example, top of my head, Misty's gym. Just to have the little walkway and the swimmers in the water, and somehow you would have to make the water. Misty at the end on her lifeguard sort of, well, some variations in the lifeguard chair, isn't she? The statues at the front with the gym caretaker guy being like, oh boy, well done, you've done it. This gym's full of water types. You should use electric and grass. Or doing all that shenanigans. That would be so much fun. Like I said, if you could maybe make them small and have a full feature, do all the Gen 1 and all the Gen 2. There'll be a lot of eventually to get at the end. And then what else would make this cool that I was thinking about is if you made the island trials. Because, of course, we know in the Alola region, you don't get gym badges. You go for the island trials. And to have, whether it be like the Alolan Raticate and you did, the Totem Pokemon. And you had that. So you had like sort of like a cavey feature, but then like a big jungly feature and stuff. That would look so fun and so cool. And it would be great ways to immortalize, which they already are immortalized, but these iconic figures that are already there. These a way to physically have a physical copy of these images that Pokemon fans love and know so much. What else would be cool as well is maybe like the different tunnels. That would be quite dope if you had like an exploration of rock tunnel or whatnot. What else could we do? And it's a sand sort of set. And the starters, picking up, you start a trio, you start a Pokemon with the Professor in the Professor's Lab, whichever trio it is they do. There's so many cool actual Pokemon sets that Lego should do. Like I said, I know Pokemon do have their own play sets of like jungle stuff and whatnot, but for Lego to do it, I would be over the moon. Next up, it is Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen would be friggin' beautiful because there's not really, yes, you would have Matt Murdock's lawyer firm and stuff like that, or maybe Wilson Fisk's Fisk Tower and shit, but there's not necessarily an iconic building like a Baxter building, like a Daily Bugle, like an Avengers Tower. So you could just have sort of the generic New York City skyline with these bits chucked in there with some amazing heroes and some amazing villains. Once again, chuck Spider-Man back at the scene. You could chuck Blade in there if you really want. Of course, Daredevil and Wilson Fisk would have to be prominent inside of the set. Elektra. There's so many people and characters we could go down this route. Plus, it would look great. Like, imagine if downstairs, once again, I go back to it, you had Daily Daily Bugle, then we had Hell's Kitchen tied into it, then we had the Avengers Tower, or some shit like that. Again, I know why can't I say that word? Geographically, it wouldn't make sense and it wouldn't work, but just for Lego purposes, it would be fantastic. But Hell's Kitchen, you could have a couple of cabs, you could have a pub, you could have a couple of pedestrians just sort of walking down the street, you could have a market stall of like somebody selling some Italian sausage or some shit like that, or an Italian pizza, something that, you know, fits all these little types and it embodies these different cultures inside of the streets in New York City. It would be beautiful. Architecturally, it will be so fun to build. It will look amazing. It will have that sort of dark brown brick, kind of not run down, but a bit rough on the eyes, rough on the edges kind of look. It would be so fucking fun. It would be so great. Hell's Kitchen. Oh my God. The Heroes for Hire. Let's chuck Luke Cage and Power Man and Iron Fist and Jessica Jones and that and whoever else you want. Oh my God, that would be so good. There we go, visuals. I'll quickly cross that off. My 5 most wanted Lego sets. There's a lot more that, again, I would love to explore more of the worlds of Lord of the Rings. Yes, I know we've had a Helm's Deep, but I would love a Helm's Deep on the scale of a Barad-dûr, but I can't really use that one because we've already used it. A proper Mario set as well. I don't necessarily love the Mario sets we've been getting. Not that I buy any of them. Bowser's Castle was quite cool. Bowser himself, the question mark box was fun. But like an actual setting would be great. Some more Sonic sets would be fantastic as well. I'd love them. I think we've only got, as in the Sonic, you know, the one that we got a couple of years back, where it's like you're in the game, not the play sets we've been getting. It sort of one would be great if we had some sort of symbiote. If we were on what's it called now? The Thingy Planet of the Symbiotes. That would be great. Asgard would be fun. TMNT under the you know, their home. They're let under the into the sewers. Under what the fuck they called? The drain covers. Whatever the fuck they're called. York into Spider Society. That would be absolutely fun and great to explore. There's so many Lego sets. I mean, I'm sure they're working on maybe a couple of these. I don't know. Going into the future, in the next couple of years, we might see some of these. But I would absolutely love it. But let me know what Lego sets you would love and what worlds would you like to see Lego-fied. You know, like I said, a world like The Boys would probably never ever get proper Lego-fied. Or a Game of Thrones would be quite cool. I wouldn't mind seeing, where do we know? King's Landing. Where else do I know? Harrenhal, that's a bit creepy and scary, isn't it? Some cool places around different fandoms and shit we could get amazing Lego sets from. Visuals, 5 Lego sets I would love to see get Lego-fied at some point in the future. But visuals, like I said, please let me know yours in the comments below. And more importantly, thank you so much for watching. Remember, keep being you and keep on web slinging on. You beautiful bunch of bastards.